Kia ora.
Kia ora.
She always does this.
I've had
Indoor voices. Kia ora. Welcome to Neat and Not by the Sea. My name is Catherine. My pronouns are she, her. And we are in Victoria's house today.
Kia ora. I'm Victoria. This is my house. Welcome. Welcome back. If you're new, welcome to the FlossTube video. We talk about stuff.
Yes.
And sometimes craft.
Okay, so we're a little bit late because we were lifing.
Yeah. So as I'm sure everyone has found, the last 2 weeks have been incredibly busy.
Yeah, I had dinner with my daughter on Thursday. Is that right? Dinner with my daughter?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Solstice dinner with my son and his wife.
Oh yeah, because we were there. Yeah, because we were going to film yesterday, but then you had dinner,
Yeah.
and I didn't know what time I was finishing work.
So Thursday busy with dinner, Friday busy with dinner with Christina.
Yeah. The best news, everyone, we're on holiday.
Which actually is far more significant for Madam here, who works far too hard. I totally believe in that work smarter, not harder. I work very smart. Okay, so we're on holiday for the next 12, 13 days?
I'm on holiday for 3 weeks.
That's right, because then she won't have any holidays left for the year.
Yeah, and the few that I had left are already booked with craft courses throughout the year.
That's right. I, on the other hand, I get loads of holidays. It's great.
Yeah, you get an
Throughout
extra
the
week
year.
at the uni.
Yeah, that's
Jealous. Oh, I missed that extra week.
true. Yeah. Okay, so what have you been up to?
So, in the last 2 weeks, I met my big deadline that I have been working towards for the last sort of 9 months. But it's...
I don't know about this.
Yeah, that project's been going on since January, more or less.
Oh, she's talking work.
I'm talking work, yeah. So I met that big deadline.
In my head, I was like, the home project.
No.
Oh, sorry, work.
So that's great. And I took a couple of days afterwards and I fully got my crafting mojo back. It's so good. Because I've done very little crafting in the last sort of 10 weeks. It's just been working late, getting home, going to sleep.
Yeah, only because she needed to find time to sleep.
Yeah.
Outside of work. So.
But it's so good. So in the last 5 days, I've done a bit of crafting, bearing in mind that I've still had to do like end of year parties and I've still been working a full day. So only.
You haven't told me about your end of the year party.
Oh, I tell everyone about that.
Oh.
What was I saying? Anyway, so I've done an hour or two each night, and it's been so good to get back on it. I've been making progress on some things. I've only got 2 projects to show, but I'm pretty pleased with where it's at. So Work Christmas Do last weekend was an escape room, which if you haven't done one before or you don't have them in your country, a team of up to 6 people, you get locked in a room. You don't get locked. They just shut the door and say, look, if you panic, just leave the, you're supposed to pretend it's locked. And you have to solve puzzles and answer clues and stuff. And it takes about an hour. And then you escape the room.
This is another example of the yin and yang of our relationship because Victoria really likes them and it's my idea of hell. I've done one, never again.
I've done a few. I love them.
I enjoyed the first 10 minutes and then I was like, oh, I'm never going to get this time back.
So the one that I did through work was at the Dunedin prison, which is an old
my
Victorian
Lord.
prison.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you've crossed every line now.
It was fabulous. I was handcuffed and then locked in a cell. It was so good. So we had to escape the handcuffs, get out of the cell, and then... So my team had 3 people in it and we were split into 2 groups. So I was in a cell on my own and then the 2 boys I was doing it with were locked in the other cell.
Men, right?
Men. And then it was great. I had a blast.
Okay, please never.
I don't know if anyone else at my work did, but I loved it. And that was the bit of the Christmas party that I
and
organised.
And that makes it fair.
Yeah.
Because, they're all blokes and they always do things you don't enjoy.
Yeah.
My idea of hell...
And then we went into town for some drinks, and then we went to a Scottish restaurant in town called...
Scotia?
No. Bracken?
Oh, I don't know about that one. But when you say Scottish restaurant, it's already expenny.
Yeah, it was. It's a... What do you call it? It's where you have a set course, and there's like 5 courses. A set menu.
A set menu.
Yeah. First one was like a haggis, which was lovely, and second one was a blue cheese souffle with asparagus. Oh, beautiful. Third was a meat course. I can't remember what it was. And then there were 2 desserts, which were great. It was lovely. It was a really nice night.
Oh, okay. Well, that sounds better than I expected.
Yeah.
Probably from the high of your escape room.
Oh, I know. I
experience.
was just buzzing. It was great.
Ah, okay. So, if you want to invite Victoria to an escape room experience, say yes, please don't invite me.
I'll represent us both. No, so I've had a great last 2 weeks. It's been busy with the end of year things, but it's been good. How's your last 2 weeks been?
I did go to I did 2 things. So where I work at the university, my boss does like a whole operations Christmas thing. I'm not sure I approve of it calling it a Christmas thing. You know, there are people of other religions. But anyway, that's just me being me. They had little cakes. It was great fun. So I went, it was 2 hours, and it's it's outside the library, and it's a big, we call it a link, but it's a big space. And it was just, you know, it was like a buffet experience. It was great because the drinks were not alcoholic, so I was having the time of my life. I love it. I love to see frustrated drinkers. I think it's really funny. But they had little cakes, and I stole a little mince pie to take home to Martin because he loves mince pies.
Lovely.
And then I was caught. So that was funny. I was caught by someone that had already stolen for her husband. So they were like, oh my God, I did the same. This is so funny. And I was like, I thought I was being really subtle. But it was little cakes. I did have some chats, but, you know, again, you know, not to over-labor things. I'm quite shy. So this idea that I'm just going to go and mingle is hard for me. So I managed an hour and then I left. And then I
That's
messaged.
pretty good.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty good. And then I messaged Martin, so please tell me you're already here. And he was, because he'd had the car for the day. So I did that, but they had little cakes. The little cakes were great. And I do approve of little cakes, because then you can try all the different types. Because otherwise, with a big slice, you're like, you think you're going to want to try all of them, but you're not, because it's too big.
Oh, see, I still want to try all of them, but I would feel bad about eating 12 pieces of
yeah,
cake.
yeah.
So yeah, I like the idea of little bits. It's
Yeah, it was
lovely.
really nice. And then there was a separate, just for the senior leadership team. And I'm not in the senior leadership team, but the chief operating officer is my boss because I'm sort of bossless for this last year. And so I get invited to these things where I have no business being. So I got invited to this meal. I did try and make it so that everybody had vegetarian, but I got caught. And that was kind of fun, but weird, I think, because I don't know them. And so yeah, it was kind of, but you know, it was okay. I kind of felt very grown up that I'm doing these things that I'm very uncomfortable doing, but I'm doing them because it's the right thing to do in a work setting. And then I didn't tell you about this.
No.
But he then organised a spur of the moment thing where we went to Trotter's Gorge for a walk. He called it a tramp. It was a 10-minute English style walk, which I totally loved. But we went there and then we cleaned up the hut, which belongs to the university. So for those that aren't here, we have things called huts. So if you go for a tramp or a hike or a walk, you can stay in these huts overnight. And normally DOC owns them, so Department of Conservation, but the university has this one. It has a couple. So this one's at Trotter's Gorge, and it's a good place for people to sort of learn how to tramp properly. So we went to that, and then we did cleaning, which I had not been pre-warned about. And then I stopped because my hands got itchy, and I was like, this soap's not good for me. But then we went for lunch at Moiraki.
Oh, lovely.
So yeah, it was actually really nice. I spent quite a bit of time with my ex-boss, sort of sat next to him in the van and stuff. It was really nice to catch up with him. But yeah, I think 3 sort of Christmassy work events. That was a lot. That was enough.
So where did you eat in Moiraki?
At the pub, Moiraki.
Oh, yeah.
It was that place.
They do pizzas and stuff. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I had
the tavern.
I had pizza. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was nice. And then, because I don't want to do like a mainstream Christmas thing, I invited my son for solstice dinner. So we
Lovely.
did that. I posted the photos of my little arrangement for the dinner table on the Insta webs because they were all flowers from my garden, and I was very
Beautiful.
proud of myself. So we did that, and yeah, I've just been a little bit busy, sort of catching up with people. I took Martin to the airport yesterday.
But now you can starfish in the bed.
I'm not starfishing. I've got my crafts all down the side. I've got a craft husband. Yeah, I was really brave. There were no tears at the airport, although the night before I started getting sad. I was like, my little heart has just realised that you're leaving tomorrow and I'm just not sure about it. I am quite the pathetic wife.
When's he back from this one?
On the 4th,
Okay.
which is the same day as Sophia. Unfortunately, with a 4-hour gap. So I have to pick up Sophia. Yay, my baby's coming home. And then I have to kill time with Sophia and then pick Martin up 4 hours later. And I'm not sure I can go. I think I might try and go home, drop Sophia off so she can just be.
Yeah.
And then set out again.
Come out again. Yeah.
To pick Martin up because poor Sophia will be exhausted. She'll have spent a night in Auckland because there's no option by the time she arrives. But she'll still be exhausted and jet lagged, so I think I'll do that. But anyway, Martin's gone on his first cruise adventure.
That's so exciting.
And he doesn't have to share a cabin, so he's excited about that. And he has a window, so not complete.
Wow.
Yeah.
When I did my cruise, I was cheap, so I went in the bowels of the boat with no window.
Oh, okay, but
It was an experience.
maybe because it's like a very posh boutique
Yeah.
cruise. Maybe
They've
they
all
don't
got
have
windows,
Yeah,
yeah.
maybe. I don't know. Anyway, he's very happy. It is weird because he's on a boat now.
Yeah.
He's not on land. He's on a boat, and they were going to have to go to the high seas last night for some reason, and so I couldn't phone him. But I managed to WhatsApp call him.
Oh, good.
But there was delays and it was all pixelated. It was weird. But anyway, I'll be okay. But it is hard. I'm not used to being without him, and so the dog vomited this morning.
Oh, great.
So there is missing Martin, and there is like, what, I have to adult?
Just get a bucket and put it upside down over it. Let Martin deal with it when he gets back.
It was on the dog mat, so it's on the deck. I'll deal with it tonight.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, life's good. I find this time of year challenging for lots of reasons, but and of course I'm still struggling with the whole genocide in Palestine. So we've talked about that. I'm going to the march later. I keep meaning to say, if you're local and you want to go to the march, but you feel uncomfortable about going to the march on your own, send me a DM on Instagram and we can meet up beforehand and walk together. Because someone did that. Someone in Christchurch that I follow did that, and I thought, oh, some people might feel very uncomfortable about going to the march if they've never done it. They won't know how it works. You know, are they welcome? Is it weird? That sort of thing. So anyway, I'm happy to be DM'd. But that's it. But yeah, we've got very little craft.
We do.
right?
So this will probably be a short video, but
Well,
we say that all the time.
13 minutes in, short video.
Just before we go on to the craft bit,
Yeah.
if you are on a cruise ship and you are in a windowless room, so when I first went in, so this is a tip that helped me.
Pro tip
for when you're cruising. When I first went in, I opened the door and I thought, shivers, I can't do this. It's hot, it's stuffy, it's dark. So what I did is I turned the air conditioner right down so it was a cold room. And then I shut the door and walked away. And then I came back and it was so much better having a cold room where you felt you wanted to crawl in the bed and put the covers over you.
So,
'cause it was
so
cozy.
instead of being like, it was a snug.
Yes.
Nice.
So that's my pro tip for in the bowels of a cruise ship.
Okay, I've got a pro tip. Don't cruise. It sounds hideous.
I loved it. So I did a 3-day cruise around the Greek islands and it was fantastic.
Other people
it was
have
one
said
of the
that.
highlights around. I didn't think I'd be a cruiser. It was just part of the package that I was doing. Loved it.
I have said to Martin, because Martin's doing 3 cruises potentially. One of them might be cancelled now because
Aw.
whatever. But he's doing 3 cruises, and we have agreed that if he does it, and he's like, actually, Catherine, you would really like this for these reasons, then we'll consider it as a couple. But generally speaking, no escape room, no cruises. Thank you very much. But people have said that to me. People were like, ew, cruises.
Yeah.
But we did go to the Greek islands on a cruise, and that was fantastic.
Yeah.
So who knows, right?
Yeah. And you and Martin are both then passenger princesses. This is a new term that I've discovered.
What is that?
So when you are constantly being driven, so I know that when you and Martin are together, Martin generally does the driving, right?
Yes.
So you would be considered the passenger princess because then you can knit and do your own things and
okay.
you're not being put out's not the right word. You're not having to drive, but you can do other things at the same time.
Oh, Where did you get that from? Is that a thing? It's like
Oh, it was a thing on the Facebook or the Instagram thing.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, it's the youth. We don't need to
She's
worry.
hand waving. So Martin and I were both passenger princesses in India then.
Yeah.
But I didn't have much craft.
Oh,
Anyway.
excellent.
So
I've got-
let's do the format. All
right.
Anything fully finished?
No.
I have a
Do you have a fully
I
finished?
have a fully finished, but it's not.
Oh, we don't have enough craft to bother about that. Just
Okay.
show it.
So do you remember that linen shirt that I embroidered everywhere, and then it really did die? It got a rip from the side of my back to the other side, like all across, and the fabric was very thin and stuff. Anyway, I left it hanging in my wardrobe over Christmas, and I did talk about them last month. But anyway, in the last floss tube, I've started making lavender bags
They
with
smell
them
delicious.
because I've been growing my own lavender probably for the last 20 years. And if you grow your own lavender, you end up with a lot of lavender. So this last lot I harvested, and I hadn't processed. So the other day I processed it all because I was like, holiday. Processed it all, and
So when you say processing, what does that involve? Just
so when you have a lavender, if you want to have a nice bush, you have to trim it after it flowers. So at the end of the summer, you would cut all the stalks and put
You
the
get a
shape
woody
that you
bit,
want.
yeah.
So I like a nice round lavender ball. So you cut them all, and then I put them in a pillowcase, flour down, and I
Yep.
put it in my airing cupboard. And so eventually it's all dry, and you can just shake them and
You
scrape
just
them
did- yeah,
off.
so it's- yeah,
So I hadn't done that bit, so I did that, and I've ended up with a goodly amount. Because normally when you have a lavender bag, I think people mix it with other things, so it might be rice and lavender, because lavender is expensive unless you grow your own. So anyway, I also have my friend, my friend Sally. I'm not good at birthdays. Like, I just don't think I value them enough, so I never remember. I mean, I have no idea when your birthday is.
I barely remember either.
Yeah, I'm pretty rubbish at that. So normally what happens in May when it is my birthday, my friend, on the day will say, happy birthday, Catherine. And I'll be like, oh, did I forget your birthday again? Is it April? And she goes, no, it's December. That's how it normally goes. And I've known her for 19 years. So it was like, oh, you're just a bit crap, Catherine. So anyway, she told me, oh, it's my birthday on Saturday, so I'm going out for a meal. I was like, oh, I'm really rubbish. So anyway, I made her a little lavender sachet.
Beautiful.
A different one. So,
Yeah.
so the one she got was, do you remember the circle?
I love the circle,
I
like the
know.
negative circle.
Yes.
Yeah, beautiful.
But I thought...
That was my favourite bit.
I know. But I can't keep everything. So I thought, you know what? She can have the negative circle because I love her.
Yeah.
And I love that thing. And I don't have to keep all the things I love.
That is true.
So I made her that. And then I've started doing all the others. So this is one of the mugs
It's
I've made.
beautiful.
With some beautiful op-shop fabric situation. So...
Beautiful.
And now it goes into my drawer with all my knickers that has no room for a sachet, but I'm like shoving it in.
My drawers are like that. Oh,
So that's my FFO.
excellent.
Okay, so what about FOs?
No,
No FOs.
No.
No FOs.
no.
Okay, let's go on to whips.
All right. You all knew this one was coming back. So I've done a little bit on my Parkma, the peacock, the badger, and the unicorn. Oh, shivers, there's a needle in that. So I believe since I've seen you last, I have done quite a bit more green. Not all of that, but I've sort of closed the bird in. And I've started outlining the squirrel.
Très fantastique.
So she's coming along.
I think I'm going to borrow that one when you're done.
It's so beautiful. I know, yeah. I will show the pattern just in case we've got new people here. And
It is lovely. All this range is very good.
yes, the Scarlet Letter.
But I
She knows.
think I would want to do it
beautiful.
as a tapestry.
It's calling out for a tapestry. I would, yeah.
It just is. And that would make it into... I would use a tapestry frame so that it stays
Big
straight.
yeah.
Yeah.
So this is Old Faithful at the moment. Really, I have loved every minute of doing this stitch, even the unpicking bits. Beautiful.
Speaking of exciting things that have no relation to what we've just talked about, but I just need to bring it out because otherwise I'll forget.
Yep.
I don't know if you... Oh, we'll talk about Fiona later. But anyway, Fiona's my friend. She's a local. She makes some beautiful projects. So what's her Instagram? Anyway, Fiona.
Fiona is who you've been doing your bunting with.
Yeah, yeah. She went op shopping. And guess what she found in the op shop? It's amazing.
What did she find?
kit for the first sampler that was purchased or donated to Toy 2.
Oh, wow.
They made it into a kit.
Wow.
She found it in an op shop, a complete kit, and she's already
Wow.
started it. It was amazing.
Oh, what a find.
I know. I was so taken aback. Like, what?
That's amazing.
That is amazing. And
Good
you
find,
know,
Fiona.
it was someone that came from Scotland, I believe, and
Yeah.
she would have worked on it on the passage. She died very young, the person. Yeah, like, I don't know, maybe 16 or something. Anyway, and on the back, she posted it on Instagram, and on the back it says, it has a little legend about the story of the person and the sampler, and amazing.
Oh, what an amazing find. Good on her.
Yeah, in fact, I've got the New Zealand samplers book. It's probably in there. So anyway, very exciting. Okay, so whips. Oh yeah, so I just made progress. I was so proud of myself for 3 days, and then I fell off the wagon again.
Good job.
See, I don't know why I scrunch this up so much because it gets really hard to open it.
Because you're like, done.
Yeah, I'm like, chill, Catherine. No need to do it so hard. So this one doesn't have the photo. It's on this side. So I love this pattern. It's Consider the Lily by Beth Twist. I've shown you this image a million times because I love it. I think like proper marketing.
Oh, it's
beautifulness. I love this. Of course, I'm doing whatever I want. I'm not using the code for or anything like that. But I made progress. So clap, please. And this is what I'm going to do. I'm mostly going to focus on one thing.
Good.
Because I want to finish. And I did quite a bit, I think, within this space of
Oh,
doing
this is
very
so
little.
beautiful.
I made the 2 trees.
Beautiful.
I completed them. And also, can I just say, I'm slightly frightened of purple because of that poem. You know, when I am old, I will wear purple.
I don't know that poem.
Oh, it's about being old and do whatever you want without worrying about what society thinks of you.
Oh.
But I'm
I
frightened.
didn't realise purple was an issue.
It's kind of a thing.
I know that purple traditionally was like a royal colour, but
Yeah, no, this is just like a thing. I mean, people that love purple love purple. It's kind of a thing. Anyway.
I know
I
a poem
chose-
about a beetle.
Great.
It's the AA Mill one if you're interested.
I did purple fruits, which is neither here nor there.
Nice.
Anyway, made progress. So this is my political piece about don't criminalize social protest. Everybody has a right to protest. Otherwise, how do we tell our government that we're unhappy with them? Anyway, love this.
It's beautiful. I love these. I'm sorry, I can't recall what they're actually called, but your figures in traditional dress are just beautiful.
Oh, they're just women from Puno.
I love your woman from Puno.
Yeah. I love this piece. It's so gorgeous. Anyway, I was very happy, and this now sits by my bed, so it's what I pick up.
Beautiful.
And the bag has the glasses because, of course, I don't have a pair of glasses for each bag because that's wasteful in my book. So initially, it was like hunting through all my project bags to find my glasses, and it was just annoying. So now I'm kind of, I can just pick it up and start. See?
It's fabulous.
Proof. Glasses.
Yeah, I was finding that with all the bits and pieces. So now I have all my bits and pieces, like all my different needles and scissors and sellotape and stuff on a tin. And that tin just travels with whatever I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, theoretically I have that, but does it though?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, really happy with this progress.
Excellent.
What else have you got?
So you don't know I've been working on this.
Sorry, I didn't have the book yet.
So, as you will all remember from a large majority of the year, I have finished the stitching for Home Sweet Home. And I was very stupid and put this year's date on the base, which says Victoria Rondell, blah, blah, blah. So initially the intention...
It wasn't because you were a student. You were trying to put pressure on yourself so you would get it done.
I didn't consider it properly. So the idea was that I would have everything finished by the end of the year. That is not going to happen. Not my aim.
You've got a week.
It's not going to happen.
Chop, chop.
My aim is to get the house done by the end of the year. And I have made some progress.
Bum, bum, bum.
I have finished
Oh my god.
the box. See, this is the...
It's the housey.
That's the bottom. And that so that the house is all together and the inside is all together and in. So what I have to do is I have to finish the roof.
You're almost there, oh my lord.
So the roof needs to go on somehow. That's still a bit loose. And I am in the process of lacing the second part of the
Also,
roof.
it gets laced.
It gets laced.
And then covered?
Yes, and there's another panel with this interior fabric that goes on the inside. And then...
Can I have a look? Oh
You
my
can have a
goodness.
look.
Okay, you move it around too fast. Okay, admire the beauty that this is. Isn't it dainty and delicate and just stunning? I love what you've done, Victoria.
Where's the picture?
So Victoria doesn't believe in a botched job, and you can tell.
So that's what the inside will look when it's finished. So that's the inside of the roof with these two panels and then little
Prettiness.
ruched little elastic so you can slide things under it.
Ah, okay. What's with the strings?
The strings add a hole, so when you open the lid doesn't flop off.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's like stays, string stays. And then there's the little lift out drawer
little
thing,
divider thingies.
lift out tray that goes in
So
there.
that counts for the finish end of year.
Yep. So this is what I'm intending to have done by the end of the year.
I'll be texting you every day.
Yeah, it'll be great. So I'm making good progress. I had a real mental blockage about making these twisted things. I was like, I'd been shown how to do them. It looked easy, but I just had a real mental blockage about how to do it.
I could have helped you.
I know you could have.
Also YouTube, right?
Yeah, well, no, I knew how to do them. I just needed to get the sewing machine out, which involved going into the spare room, which involved...
Why do you need a sewing machine?
Oh, because that's how I did the twisty bits, because I don't have a twisty machine.
You just use a pencil.
Oh, well, I just sewing machine.
Okay.
I'll have to get you to show me the pencil
Don't tie
method.
it, don't tie it.
Don't tie it. So I've done...
Yeah, you just use a pencil.
It's great. And it's done. It took way less time than I had initially thought.
It took less time to do it than to find your machine.
Absolutely, because I can barely open the door to my spare room at the moment. It's so full of stuff.
This is really quite beautiful, Victoria. You've done a
It's
beautiful
come along
job.
beautifully. So I am very optimistic that the house will be done and the tray will be done by
yeah.
Christmas.
She's on holiday.
I'm on holiday and I've got my sewing mojo back.
And also, you've come such a long way. You're like a professional.
It's amazing. It's amazing to think that when I started this, I had never done anything other than cross stitch.
And you were so nervous.
so nervous.
Oh, look at the sweet pea tendrils. So adorable. Very beautiful. You'll finish
Yeah.
it, no trouble. Just this bit.
Just this bit. Like the rest of it will get. I'm all inspired to do the rest of it too. But
You don't have to sleep. You only need to sleep when you're working.
I know. And so I gave up Diet Coke like 12 weeks ago. I was so tired yesterday that I bought 2 bottles. It's great. I did extra lots of work yesterday. I fell off the wagon. Anyway, so that is what I have been working on for the last week, essentially, because I didn't do anything the week before.
Right, great, nice. I've got a knitting whip.
I've got nothing else, so you go
nothing
for it.
else, okay.
You.
So first I'll show
Show
you
your
this
boots.
one. So this is my little Indian project bag. I did the first session of my Indian embroidery workshop thing. I'm just going to show you what I did. I think I must have talked about it.
You
last
showed me.
time.
You showed me. I don't think
Okay.
you hadn't.
Okay, so this is reverse applique, which I already knew how to do. So really, I just joined the workshop for chats. I knew how to do it. Of course, I had to be the naughty child because what's supposed to be is like the background piece is supposed to be larger than your front piece, so it's just one piece. But of course, I didn't have that, and I didn't want to sacrifice a large piece. So I've got red, I've got green, and I've got a different green.
It's beautiful. I love.
Whatever. I'm really more interested in the cultural aspects that come through when she's explaining things. But I will keep this for something. What was really interesting is she showed us how to make this flower. And it was just like, oh, that's how you do it. So from looking at it, you would think you would just cut it out flat.
Yeah.
But no, you do, it's like snowflake making.
Oh,
You fold your fabrics and then you do one cut. And it's like, oh yeah, now it's a flower. And then I
Cool.
was trying to make it so that it wasn't, I didn't want it to look like this. I didn't want all of them to look like this because flowers tend not to be like very geometric or like straight edges. So I was trying to make them a bit curved and stuff. So I'm happy about that.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so it's going well. I thought I'd be done by now because I want to finish them before the next class.
When is the next class?
12th of Jan, I believe.
Okay, so you still got a few weeks.
So I've got a few weeks. And Martin will be here. So I won't be walking the dog during that 4 days. And maybe, I don't know. So I'll feel better about waking up at 4:30 to get ready for my class, which is very difficult.
Yeah, you miscalculated the start time, didn't you?
Yeah. But that's okay. Anyway, really happy with this.
Beautiful.
And then I'm making progress on my cardigan. I'm hoping to finish this cardigan this week.
So pretty.
So this is like my yellow top. So it's got this beautiful lace pattern. If I do this.
The yellow top's gone now, hasn't it?
No.
Did you not have to unravel it?
No.
Was that an orange? You unraveled something recently. Doesn't matter.
No, my yellow top, I wear it. So anyway, I finished a sleeve. So I'll just show you one sleeve.
I like these wee tassels that you've had.
Oh, this is the magic of this is so that when I come to do it,
When you have to do the second one.
you mirror the second sleeve and you just take one out and do it, and then you count the rows, and so they'll both be the same.
Nice.
But I'm really happy with this. I think I was going to do a rib here at the top. I actually like this finish. It's very plain finish, but I will do a button band.
Nice.
So I'm very happy with this. But of course, you know, because I don't want to plan ahead. I've knitted this bit twice. I've knitted the sleeve. This is the third sleeve. But you know, that just makes it value for money. I haven't
Get a
made,
good bang for your buck out of it.
Yeah.
Well,
I haven't made any progress with my blanket because it's been hot. But now it's miserable and grey, so I'm hoping to make progress on that tonight.
nice.
And I don't have any commitments tonight. I'm going home at 4 after the protest. My daughter's dropping me off so that she can have the car and come out to see me for Peruvian Christmas. So yeah,
Nice.
walk the dog, get into bed, craft. That's
Beautiful.
the plan for tomorrow.
Beautiful.
Okay, so I've done, those are all my projects, but so I've got a book to talk about, and we've got some happy
Stitchy kindness.
mail,
Yep.
and you've got some books to show.
Yes.
You
Full
got,
stitchy kindness.
yeah,
Okay, so I'll do the books first.
yes,
So, right when we took our break when Catherine was away, about a few days before you left
to go to India.
to go to India,
Yeah,
your friend Fiona reached out and asked, or you reached out on her behalf, if I would like some books. And I was very grateful and I said, yes, please. And I got some amazing books. One of which was on my list. All books technically are on my list, but one I was actively hunting for, so I was thrilled. First one is Trish Burr Whitework. And it's a lovely, lovely book. Was the one I particularly liked. Should have put a post-it in.
Trish Burr's quite famous, isn't she?
Yeah, it's some beautiful, beautiful stuff in here. I've got a picture that I can show. Oh, this isn't necessarily the one I particularly liked, but it's beautiful. It's such a gorgeous book.
I don't think. I mean, the book doesn't even look touched.
No, it's brand new. It's absolutely stunning. So thank you very, very much. Anyway, beautiful book. Well worth a look.
She's the one that got that cross stitch pattern in the optional. She's got a great eye.
She's got a fantastic eye. And this one is the stump work embroidery, which is great because stump work, I think, is where I'm going to end up heading. Because I do
That might
enjoy
become
the
your
stump work.
thing.
Yeah.
And there was great potential for weirdness in stump work.
Yes.
Which you appreciate.
Which, yes, I'm very, very much a fan of the weirdness. And this, it's just a gorgeous book of basically how to do the different stitches. And I think there's one or two pieces in there that you can recreate. It's just gorgeous. This one was on my list, so I was absolutely thrilled. This is Raised Embroidery, A Practical Guide to Decorative Stump Work by Barbara and Roy Hurst. Because stump work people are the weirdest of the weird.
A little bit.
Here's a good example. Look at these. Such a cool book. So Fiona, thank you so much. This was an incredible gift.
Which I carried.
Which you carried. Yeah.
Let's not forget the main thing, right?
Look at the weird monk. He's so cool.
Is that a monk?
That's a monk, right?
Oh, yeah.
Monk to
Drinking
me.
wine. Oh, pouring wine.
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's a fantastic little book. I was so thrilled to get this one. I was thrilled to get all of them, but this one in particular. So thank you so much. It's very much appreciated.
Nice. Well, we got home. What am I saying? Obviously nap time. I came to Victoria's house today and we had some happy mail from Paula in Portugal.
Thank you, Paula.
You're so lovely. You always think of us, which is very kind. So we got, maybe I won't show the photo because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I don't know how you feel about that. But we got, I'm calling this a card. It's like a Christmas card.
I think so.
Yeah, isn't it pretty? It's like
I'll show. I
it's
got a
like black
beautiful
work but
decoration.
in red. So red work.
Red work, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
I'm sure red work's a thing.
But I like. It does feel like black work to me. The stitching. I mean, what do I know? I haven't done black work yet.
And this gorgeous wee Christmas decoration. It's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
And also, kudos for being so organized because it probably took 6 weeks to get here.
Yeah.
Which means that you've been working on this probably since August. So thank you, super lovely. It's nice to have a photo of you as well because I've got one. I've got them in my studio, the little bits and bobs that you've sent us in the past.
And we both received one of these beautiful little cloths.
Yeah.
Which are just gorgeous.
Yeah, I like to have these sorts of things to incorporate into projects.
And then she very kindly sent me some beautiful blue thread. It's gorgeous.
Is it silk? Sajul makes me think of silk.
It's all in French, so I don't know.
And I can't see. 100% cotton.
Beautiful. So thank you so much.
And I got, she also gave me this lovely gift, which is linen. And actually, I can marry this with some, I think it's cotton, but it looks similar from Mexico that I bought that was hand dyed, but it was like one of those skeins where only half was indigo dyed and the other half was natural.
Ooh,
so when
yeah.
I knit it, and this will bulk it up a little bit.
Beautiful.
And this is from Rosa Pomar in Portugal. Have I got my glasses on my head? No, I haven't.
No.
Why haven't I got my glasses?
Well, you
Victoria?
put some
What is this?
glasses. There was a glasses case down there,
Yeah, there. So maybe let's
and there's another pair of glasses.
just accept them. No, different numbers.
Different
These
numbers?
are my readers. The other ones are +4s. So this is made in Portugal. But what's particularly lovely about this is that it's the eco-friendly collection. So obviously Paula knows me. So it's looking a bit more yellow.
It's from the
Rosa Pomar.
where you talked.
So retrosaria means haberdashery. Things I learn.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So thank you so much. This is probably the loveliest thing I'll have received this year. So really appreciate it. And thank you for thinking of us.
And also a shout out and a thank you to Zach, who's at the Dean Public Library, who I know has got some more magazines for me that I just haven't picked up yet. So very much appreciate that. Thank
Lucky
you very
you.
much.
I've been hanging out a little bit at the public library just because we only have one car on purpose, and so sometimes Martin wants the car and then he drops me off and then I have to wait for him to pick me up and blah blah blah. So, and I know quite a lot of people at the public library, so I've been hanging out there. Loads of changes there, loads of new managers and stuff. But also it's always such a nice space.
Do like the public library, and they have puzzles that you can just go and do some of, which I do really enjoy.
Do you? Do you go in?
I used to go in a lot because when I had meetings in the evenings, but not so much at the moment.
Okay, yeah. It's grand. Oh, speaking of, I do want to show you this book that I got from the public library.
Nice.
I'm so enjoying this book. It's called Palestinian Costume, because you no doubt know that I'm going to the protests. I am demanding a ceasefire from politicians that supposedly lead the world. One of the things that I find really, I didn't know anything about Palestinian embroidery a year ago. But one of the things that I find really interesting and beautiful is how this idea of a dress where this bit is decorated a little bit like this is so, it seems to be so universal to the human experience. So many cultures do that. I'm trying to find one with photo.
Would you call that the yoke?
Yeah, although I think of a yoke when it's rounded. But yeah, in effect it is. I mean, look at this. So those big robe things are called thobe. Is it thobe or tobe? Might be tobe. Beautiful. The only reason I haven't bought any patterns is that I just feel like I have too many patterns. I just can't anymore. But it's on my list. They are absolutely stunning. There is another exhibition. So there was an exhibition in London recently. And there is another one in Manchester. So if you watch us and you're in Manchester in England, it looks amazing. So anyway, in January at some point, I am going to do an interview with my friend Rasha, who works at the university. And she has a little collection of tatrees.
Oh, beautiful.
And so she's going to come onto I'll do an extra floss tube and talk about it. I asked her if she would feel comfortable. Like we'd already said, I'd already asked her before the latest attacks from Israel from the 7th of October. So I probably had asked her in September. And she had said yes, but in light of what's happening and the fact that she's lost so many people in her family, I wasn't sure if she would feel comfortable, but I think she's really happy to share her culture. So she said she's researching names at the moment because all her knowledge is in Arabic.
Yeah.
So she's like trying to find the translations for some of those words.
Oh, fantastic.
I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. Gorgeous. And also loads of reds.
Yeah. Reds and blues. Gorgeous.
Always looks stunning. So last one. Okay, so this is my treat at night time. In bed.
Nice.
And also the university library is doing a thing. So maybe I should tell you who it was by. It's by Sheila Weir. The university library is doing a thing which is they've got a special name which is like Diversify the Library, DTL, and you can suggest that they purchase any book about cultures that are underrepresented. So that could be like a country culture, like, you know, I can suggest books about Palestine, because I suggested Tatrees and Tea from the public library and they said nah, because public library sometimes says nah. So I'm going to try now with the university library, which I can borrow because I work at the university. But also it doesn't have to be like related to culture. So you could be suggesting books that relate to LGBTQ plus people, you know. That's also, you know, their culture and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm very excited to order Tatrees and Tea and see if they get it. But yeah, if you're interested in world embroideries, I definitely recommend this little book. It's not that little, but it's not a massive tome. Like it's kind of a coffee table book. So I'm very happy about this.
Beautiful.
This is giving me Banjara vibes. So there you go.
Excellent.
Does that cover everything?
I think it
that
does.
covers everything.
Except for plans.
Not even. Oh yeah, what plans? Well, I'm just.
Oh, on holiday.
I'm just gardening. All I'm doing is like I'm buying plants, I'm gardening, I'm weeding, I'm gardening, I'm planting, I'm plotting my garden. But having said that, I have, because I'm going to be on the Todd. I do have friends lined up every day, starting from Boxing Day. So from the 26th until the 31st, I'm busy with different friends doing different things on different days.
That's excellent. It gets you out and about.
Yeah, and also the luxury of being able to spend a day with a friend.
Yeah.
Normally, I'm just rushing around and we have a coffee here or a coffee there, or I don't see them for 6 weeks.
Nice.
So, yeah.
So,
and also do all the things. Like,
do all the
that
things.
goes with do all the things.
Yeah. I'm trying to avoid my garden because I'm not a great gardener, but my garden does need some TLC. But I was thrilled when I woke up today and it was a bit wet and drizzly. It's like, oh, I'll just have to stay inside.
Well, this is perfect planting weather, of course, but you're not planting, you're weeding.
No,
aren't
I'm
you?
or mowing my waist high lawn.
Is it waist out at the back?
It's really bad. I weed whacked it when the summer growth started to happen. So when's that? Mid-October? It hasn't been touched since. So I was hoping I could pay my nephew to do it.
You just have to get someone to do it regularly.
Oh, I really don't enjoy it.
It doesn't bring
at all.
any joy to you.
No. So there's that. I will finish the house. So hopefully in the next video
Yes.
I will have a finished house. All going to plan. I've got a day trip up to Timaru to see my grandmother and go to Caroline Bay. And
Nice.
I'll visit my niece again. My
And
new
we're
niece.
hanging out one day.
Oh, we're hanging out one day?
We're going to Oamaru.
Yeah, do some shopping
Well, I was thinking more like having lunch and doing a walk.
through the shops.
Okay. What are you after?
I don't know yet. I'm not there.
Oh, okay. No, I'm not shopping.
Just to browse. We'll
I'm
just have a
buying
wee look in
plants.
the
I'm
galleries
just buying
and stuff.
plants. We'll go to Arthur's.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's always worth going to Arthur's, an antique shop in Oamaru.
Yeah.
Very good.
So yeah, stitching, being on holiday, not working. I got home yesterday, so I finished work yesterday at lunchtime, and I came home and I gave the house a clean. So you know everything is clean, and I don't have to be distracted with any of that. And I threw my sheets in the wash this morning, so we're all set just to have a holiday and stitch, and it's great.
She has said she's on holiday like 28 times already
I know.
since I got here.
I know. Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I'm going to Invercargill on
Hey.
the 27th to drop Christina off, so I will do a little bit of a something there
Nice.
rather than drive and then turn back and come home.
Kmart, I was going to say Invercargill has a Kmart, but what I was going to say is they've got a beautiful public gardens.
Oh yeah, we used to go there when the
Mm.
kids were little. I don't want to shop, so that's interesting. But
I said public gardens. That's not shopping.
no, I don't want to go to a garden particularly, but I might go to the art gallery.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we'll see. I probably will go to Kmart. There's bound to be something that I need. Oh no, that's what it is. I do need to, because I bought myself TMI knickers from the warehouse and I'm unhappy with them. So
you cannot
I
beat
want to-
Kmart for knickers.
I want to buy the same knickers I already have from Kmart in Kmart,
Are
because
they the ones with the wide band at the top?
no,
No.
they've got lace. So the thing is, right, I don't understand. Every shop has a different size. So I've got a pair of knickers, a set of knickers from Kmart, TMI, as a size 14. They fit perfectly. They hug my body.
Yep.
I bought size large from the warehouse and it said size 14 to 16. I'm having like saggy situation.
Ugh.
So I'm not enjoying that, which is annoying because I've bought things now.
Yeah.
So that's annoying, and also not pretty colours. It's hard, but anyway, I count it as a victory that I actually went into a shop.
Oh yeah, me too. Good
Yeah.
job.
And Christina did text me from Kmart, so it's like, do you want anything from Kmart? So she did buy me some of those soft bras. But
So
yeah.
as you know, I've done quite a bit of work in Invercargill this year,
Yes.
and I've had to do lots of day trips. And one of the day trips, I FaceTimed my sister who was taking her lunch break from her incredibly busy day, and she was like,
Shop
"What-
together."
Yeah, I was like, what undies? Because she wanted the Kmart undies. What undies do you like, Amy? We were like, it's great. Hopefully Kmart will come to Dunedin soon, and we will no longer have to do those.
Yeah, there was a Kmart here. Isn't it funny the things you miss? There was a Kmart here,
Yeah.
but then they thought
Closed during COVID shutdowns.
yeah, and they're going to build another one somewhere, but But I also hate the fact that we crave a Kmart. Like,
Oh,
this
I
is
know.
not sustainable shopping.
Because it's not sustainable
It's
at all.
not sustainable.
yeah.
There is probably say liver involved somewhere. 99% of what they sell is not really traceable.
Yeah.
But there are some things where it's kind of like no alternative. In fact, I have to say we did have to go and buy Martin some clothes for the cruise because for dinner you had to wear smart casual. So he didn't have chinos anymore because he's retired. And so I thought, well, we might as well buy you, TMI again, boxers, like
Yeah.
men's pants.
Yeah.
$40 each in Farmers.
Well, yeah.
I was like, I'm sorry, sweetie, we're going to the warehouse. Like, who can afford $40 for a pair of pants?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was outrageous.
Awful.
And then, of course, we have to buy brand new trousers because it's hard to buy men's trousers secondhand that look smart, and he needed them to look smart. They always look stained or faded.
Yeah.
$69 for a pair?
Oh.
And I was like,
Actually,
I go to the op shop and I buy myself a pair of trousers for $5.
yeah, my jeans not
And they
on
look
special
good.
will be $120. I don't even buy them unless they're on.
Holy moly!
Yeah, like a top or, you know, a top, a dress or whatever. If you're shopping farmer's level or above, it's at least $100 an item.
Well, see, that's why I op shop. For lots of reasons I op shop, but I couldn't afford to have a whole wardrobe that wasn't op shopped. Because plants. Anyway, hope you have a lovely rest of the year.
Yeah, enjoy whatever you're doing for the holidays, whether you're celebrating Christmas or Hanukkah or just getting together with family or hunkering down on your own. Hope you have a great time.
Yeah, whatever you celebrate, I hope it is what you need rather than what society imposes on you that makes you unhappy. So, and in any case, everybody should have crafting time.
Yes. Yes.
And we shall see you in the new year.
Yeah.
Kaki
Kaki
day.
day.